What is up, you beautiful people? So this is stem and leaf method, module 2. So this is optimizations to delivery. So this isn't so much like skills. This is kind of like just basically from my own experience, and then just working with the teams, how to just to keep things rock solid, like a nice foundation that you can work from. Um, so in terms of knowing your script, guys, like what I used to do when I was like full-time selling is I would literally 3 times a week I would walk around the park first thing in the morning, and I would just literally, people would think I'm mad, just walk through the park, talking to myself, reciting my script. Basically, because it's that that body to mouth connection whereby you're actually reciting it allows you to when it comes to actually delivering it in a setting whereby you're doing the mental gymnastics because somebody's like talking to you and giving you like information that you need to process, actually having it, that you're almost like your lips are moving and the script's being recited, but it's freeing up your mind. That's a fantastic place to be in terms of your selling. So that's what I would do in terms of recital. I would have prompts. I know there's a screen surround that I'm going to put in this training, and that's the screen surround that I actually use now. And on the left hand side, it's got the first phases of any of the script, and then the second. Uh, on the opposite side of the screen, it's got like the next phases, and it's just like points to prove, just like little words that I know that are just going to prompt me to go, to get what I need from each phase, like little check marks. Okay, and then I have just little things like hooks and frames and cost to an action, and just little like quips that I probably couldn't pull off 100% without a little prompt, just at different stages of around the screen. Okay, and what I actually do then is this will pay off into the next checkbox as well. Is I actually put the camera that I use for Zoom. If you're on Zoom, if uh, if you're doing like obviously over the computer calls, then I would put my camera at 45 degrees and a little bit set back, so it's almost like a podcast setting. So like the very fact that I had um, the screen surround, people couldn't see my eyes, just like getting prompts from it, and also um, I would actually have the objection handling in tabs, just probably like you can see on this recording now. I'd have the different modules of my objection handling framework just in tabs, and you kind of, as you get better, you kind of know what objections coming down the pike, so you could just have it ready to go. So that's what I would do with that. With objection handling, you'd practice it like as a full-time selling. Like I wouldn't let yourself get rusty. Like twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, you would look through the frameworks. You can use mine if you want. You can create your own, but I would actually record them just like I'm recording here on Vidyard, and I would play them at like speed 1.5, and I would just watch and go through them. Okay, just to keep Frosty on top of those, and then doing your rebuttals once a week. So there's probably going to be like like a hot topic of like 8 to 10 rebuttals that you're going to be using around fear, around time, scarcity thinking, things like that. Okay, so you're going to just practice those fairly frequently, but just go through the whole box and dice of rebuttals that you got, maybe like once a week. And then what it'll do then, it'll just allow you just to keep on top, because once you know these things, guys, it's not so much like you can't do them. It's just we get skill fade because we don't practice them. And so you just need to keep on top of it. And I don't know where I got this from. I just might have been having like a wild moment here, but like when I turn up for calls, I dress like the person I want to buy off, and I think that's important. I used to teach a lot on like the kind of alter ego effect back in the day, but it's very much as Tony Robbins woo would say, you kind of when he before he hit the big time selling for Jim Rohn, he would take all of his money and he'd put it in a money clip. So he acted like a rich person, even though he probably couldn't afford a pot to piss in, but he became that person in his mind first. Okay, so a little bit down the woo woo trail, but like that's what I would do is like turn up like ready to, like if you hop on if you saw yourself on that screen, would you buy off that person? I think that's important. Okay, guys, those are just little optimizations to delivery. I hope that helps, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.